All right, guys, Ysera is in the game, and I truly think she is the best leader in all of Warcraft Rumble. And before we get into why, I do want to give a very special shout out to Warcraft Rumble for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for working with us. Now, Ysera is in the game, and she can't be summoned. Right. You actually can't play Ysera on the map. In fact, she doesn't do anything. You don't actually ever see her, believe it or not. Instead, she adds minis to your deck. So she is stuck in the Emerald Dream, if you will. Excuse me. It's stuck in the Emerald Dream. Ysera cannot be played, but adds unique Emerald minis into your army. And we'll go over her talents as well here in a second. But first, I want to show you the minis. So you can see there's little. Wow, they're going fast. Okay, so that's the sleep one. There's a little Drake. There's the big Drake. Then there's the mini Drakes. And then there's also Innervate, which I think is next. All right, it doesn't show Innervate, but Innervate is basically an egg that gives you additional gold over 4 gold over the course of 10 seconds. Now, for her talents, these are actually very unique. So the first one is Reoccurring Dream. Ysera's minis, rather, are twice as likely to show up in your hand. So instead of waiting for every 4 minis played, you get one. You only play 2 minis, and you get another one of hers. Pretty straightforward and pretty awesome. Corrupted Dream, Emerald Whelps, and Emerald Drake apply twice as much poison. Okay, so both of them already give you already do poison damage, but now they do twice as much poison damage. Now, where is this going to be relevant? Super duper relevant in the raid, actually. So. And we actually have a new siege coming out later this month or next, but this is going to be very exciting because now you can do a little bit more damage with her. And then also Shared Dream. So Hibernate, which is one of the skills, the one that I said put everyone to sleep, applies to all enemies on the board. So literally whenever you use Hibernate, which only costs like 2 or 3 gold, and then it just puts the whole board to sleep. So you play one skill, you get a little bit of trouble, you save that like that tune, and then all of a sudden bam, everyone's asleep, and now you can sort of refresh and catch yourself back up. So which one would I prioritize? There's actually 2 that I would prioritize. Reoccurring Dream, because the whole point of Ysera, in my opinion, is that you want to use her minis as much as possible. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Now, the second one I would prioritize is actually Shared Dream, but then Corrupted Dream is also good. Now, sometimes there's minis where their talents are just very obviously better than others. In my opinion, Ysera, Ysera the Dreamer, rather, her talents are so unique and are all valuable in their own way. I actually get really excited about it. So Recurring Dream is good in PvP and PvE, whereas Corrupted Dream is going to be super duper good in PvE content, specifically tailored to raid. And then Shared Dream, that's going to be like an awesome one for either raids or for PvP. Why? Because there are times where you get very overwhelmed in raids and you just need to like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right. You can play this and it just stops everything. And then obviously in PvP gives you a hard reset. Now, why do I think Ysera is one of the best, and I truly mean best leaders in the game? Because as you level her up, so you can see that I currently have her at level 21. As you level her up, all of her minis share the level that she has. So it's not like there's some average or like average of your whole deck. They represent her level. So the higher you level this one tune or your one leader, you get 4 minis that get to a higher level. Now, the 2 spells don't necessarily benefit too much from the levels, and especially in PvP, but the minis, the whelp eggs or the dragons, the dragon and the whelp eggs, if you will, or whelplings, I forget what they called them. Those are definitely going to be benefiting from the level that you get her at. So in my opinion, not only are you getting a stronger base by leveling up your leader and obviously increasing your average, but more importantly, you're also getting those 2 minis for the price of 1 at a higher level. So for that reason alone, I think she's phenomenal. Why else do I think she's good? Because inside of raid, you share gold. So there's 2 people that benefit from gold. If you mine something, you both share the gold that you mined it. Innervate is a skill that she gets for dirt cheap. It's like 3 gold. You get to get more gold over the course of 10 seconds, and you both, I would assume, benefit from that, which is going to be massive. And then you also can freeze the ability, and like you literally can, if you want, using the other talent Shared Dream, you can stop the entire battlefield. If there's a huge push coming in raids, you can just stop it. Just stop it. And then if you attack it, it will, of course, interrupt them. but this is a huge mechanic in my opinion. And truly, I think that Ysera is going to be right next to Jaina in terms of the best units to use in raids. So she's a huge one in my opinion. And I think that, you know, Jaina's really good because she really helps with your spells and getting them stronger. Well, who else does that? Well, none other than our Boomkin. Once you add Boomkin to your Ysera deck and you get 2 additional levels on your spells when you use them, you're going to be able to do way more damage. So your Boomkin, of course, has the talent, I forgot what it's called. It's not Vengeance. It's this one. So Moonglow. So spells gain 2 levels if played immediately after Moonkin. So if you want to like sort of spam execute in raids, or you're trying to get to an execute phase of a boss, you could add Moonkin to your deck with Ysera. Okay, then you'll get the buff for having another Cenarian Mini in your deck, because then that'll take one of the spots. But then you can also use execute to then basically just crush, and it'll be at 2 levels higher, which is kind of insane, especially to me because I just got my execute to legendary. So boy howdy, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Now I look forward to I try to get all of my leaders from each family, at least one of them, to epic, which is that purple sort of frame here, and that really just helps get them to a higher level. So I just got Cenarian to 28 as well as epic. I'm definitely going to be taking Yrsa to 28, or well, epic. So as soon as I get enough of the upgrades, I will definitely be doing that, because I really do think that she's going to be one of the best leaders in the game for every game mode. I think that she's going to be people's new top 3 for PvP. I think she will be a must use in almost any fight. Like, she's sort of a master of everything in raids. Like, I can't think of a raid boss where she wouldn't be beneficial, especially with minis that give you extra gold, put people to sleep with hibernate, and then also apply poison with flying units. Because a lot of the fights, there's non-flying units, and a poison flying unit, boy, that's just going to do a ton of damage. So I really look forward to that. And like I said, PvP, there's just so much flexibility with her. So I truly do think Yrsa is a top tier unit. Now, if I were to make a deck, and I'm going to go ahead and do some PvP for you, it would not look like this. I've actually just been doing this to get all the poisons, really. So let's see. I would keep him. I would probably switch these guys out. Oh, I also need to keep in mind, if I'm going to do PvP, I need to actually play into the current tower, which is none other than our dragon tower. So that's going to be something I have to deal with. I would switch this out for you, and then I'd probably go ahead and put execute, because you can actually execute the bases again. So do I want, I could use my gold legendary execute. That actually sounds pretty bomb. And yeah, I could use him. I'm trying to think of another Cenarian mini I want to use. This is probably it. So keep in mind, when it comes to Cenarian minis, or I'm sorry, dragon towers, the biggest counter is range, as well as spells and magic defense, or the ability of not taking magic damage. So that's going to be the deck that I'm going to utilize for this. So lots of flying, and then of course hers are also flying and got me some range. So this is actually a pretty good deck. I hope it doesn't leave me too vulnerable in PvP, but we're going to go ahead and jump into at least one quick match with Ysera, so I can show you guys what she looks like in game. And I'm serious, she is phenomenal, and I thoroughly enjoy her. All right, so looks like we're at a level 9 deck, which isn't bad, and this will be an interesting battle actually. So old Murkai, I'm gonna do him, and I really want to get pressure early here, so let's do that. Put him here. I'm gonna go ahead and innervate actually. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. Got it. Okay, cool. So I got a lot of good stuff there. I'm going to go ahead and get a ton of pressure going out, and then including this. Boom. All right, so this is going to be quite the situation for them to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and execute this as well. I mean, it basically lost, actually. So I've just been able to push up tremendously. Yeah, they gave up, actually. Once they lost that push in the middle, they were like, okay, GG's. And you can see the rate at which you get the new Ysera minis. It's actually pretty quickly. And the innervate really helped, because it just allowed me to speed up this whole process so much faster. And if they played anyone, I could just put them to sleep. Look how big that AoE is. And that's without getting like the big one that just like puts everyone to sleep. Cool. Put these guys out. And then bam, shalam, we won. So again, that was a pretty quick fight, if you will, there, but I truly think that she gives you a ton of flexibility. And now that we know what the third Cenarian leader is, and she has cheaper units in there, because that was my biggest complaint when it came to Cenarian units, is how expensive they were. They all have a high gold cost. And when I say expensive, that's what I mean, a high gold cost. So it costs a lot to play them. You know, like wait for your gold income. But now you have Innervate, so you can literally get quick surges of gold and then play more units really rapidly and overwhelm your opponent, sort of like we just did right there. So let me know what you think of Ysera. I truly think she is game breaking in the best way possible, and I can't wait to use her literally everywhere I can. I plan on using her. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Now keep in mind, she won't be in the grid until season 10, but there are packs available as well through PvP ladder that you can get Ysera totally for free. Well, there's packs, and then you can also get her for free in the PvP ladder, as well as the Ysera event. So let me know what you think of her. Honestly, she's by far my new favorite leader in the game. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Once again, thank you so much, Warcraft Rumble, for sponsoring today's video, and I hope to see you guys in a video soon. Take it easy.